The person that got me to do IRL was Omie. I don't know if you guys know who Omie was, but he was the one that told me, because obviously through Valorant I had met Jason like a while ago through Valorant. And then I remember one night I was hanging out with Jason and Sakura, and then Jason invited me to like the 4th of July party. I wasn't gonna go, but like I remember like Omie and Jason were like, bro, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go. I'm like, alright, I'll go. But before that, I did my streams at Big Bear. I don't know if you guys remember. I did my streams at Big Bear. And the only reason why I streamed Big Bear was because of Omie. It was because of Omie. Omie was like, bro, if we're going to Big Bear, you better IRL stream it. I was like, I don't know how. He's like, dude, I'll figure everything out for you. I got you. He actually paid for my first month of IRL Toolkit. Omie paid for my very first month of IRL Toolkit, and he was the one that pushed me to IRL stream. And then I did my IRL stream that day. And then, I don't know if you guys remember, during that IRL stream, Sakura called me. And then she's like, do you want to do a stream? I'm like, I'm all the way in Big Bear. I'm already doing IRL streams. It was funny, bro. My very first IRL stream, well, technically it was my second, because I did a testing one. I did a testing IRL stream the day before Big Bear with Omie. And then my first real IRL stream was in Big Bear, where I like showcased the house and everything. And during my first ever IRL stream, Sakura called me and she's like, do you want to do a stream? I was like, I'm all the way in Big Bear. She's like, all right, I could pull up. I'm like, all right, bet. And then boom. And then the rest is history. Started reconnecting with old friends. I remember at the July 4th party, that's when I reconnected with Yugi and Arky. Deadass, those were the only two people that I knew at the July 4th party. It was Yugi, Arky, and Redify. Because those were the guys that I knew from my days of, obviously Jason. It was Jason, Yugi, Arky, and Redify. Those were the only people I knew because I was like, knew them from way back in the day. Is there a VOD on that Big Bear? It's on Kick. There's no VODs, but there's clips. There's clips from my very first IRL stream. So my very first IRL stream was the day before Big Bear, and it was with Omie, Zeus, Doubles, and Nick. And bro, I was so like. And then the next day we were at Big Bear, and we were streaming in Big Bear. And then I remember I was walking around the village. So Curl called me. She's like, oh, you want to do streams? I'm like, I'm already in Big Bear. She's like, I'll pull up. Me and her did a stream in Big Bear. And then, yeah, then from there, I just never looked back. Started doing IRLs. Went to that July 4th party, that phase July 4th party. It's like a really big, I was super nervous, bro, because I never met anybody. Obviously, those of you that knew me from before, bro, I deadass I never face revealed. Bro, I would get invited to so much shit. I would never go because I was so insecure. I was like, bro, I'm fat and ugly and chopped. And yeah, I'm still fat and ugly and chopped and insecure, but like I've just learned to deal with it. But like back then, it was bad. It was really bad. Like if you thought it was bad now, bro, it was so much worse. Like it was to the point where everybody that invited me to shit would stop inviting me because they knew I would never show up just because of like, wow, just a homebody. But then boom, I really got out of my shell, and that was 7 months ago, and since then I've lost like 105, 110 pounds.